Alright, welcome to day 24 of the Vera Series. So hopefully you're level 80 by now. But starting out, you want to go to your artificial island, and you want to go back to build, and then you want to hit claim, because remember, you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. On top of that, today is the last day to clear your enemies, and you want to make sure you do that because they all reset tomorrow. And you want to check the exchange store, and you want to buy your weekly items, and if you have enough resources, you might even want to buy those monthly items as well. But starting out, you want to do your Mia's Kitchen, and you want to knock out your 4 bounties for the day. And I'm just going to go with Vera due to Starweave Night. Next, we got Vitality, starting with joint operations. So for today, we got access to bracers, chest, a Huma, and a Samir matrix. And we have shoulders, helm, a Coco, and a Shiro matrix. And we got access to boots. On top of that, we can do Sadness Valley and the end game, so all of these dungeons are actually pretty good to do, and you might want to use a few Vitality solutions. But you still want to check Interstellar Exploration and see if you have any level 3 Stargates. But you want to check Vera as well as check Aspera. So the best way to tell if you have a level 3 Stargates is looking at this weapon battery category, and if it has a number 3, it's a level 3 Stargate, and if it has a number 2, it's a level 2 Stargate. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you could always do Dimensional Trials. And if you need money, you could always do space-time domains. And if you're close to capping on Vitality, you could always make Omnium Beacons. Which brings us to our optionals, and that is giving gifts to your 1.0 characters. And the best way to do that is to do the Black Market, Deedus Island, and do the Claw Machine, and knock out your 2 trainings for the day. But what is not optional is doing your 6 fun zones, and trying to knock out your 6 Greyspace Fissures. And then if you can, trying to do the Twilight Zone because it has better rewards. But you do have an 8-hour time limit, so you could wait on this. And if you need help on how to do any of those, I got a guide on my channel. Then you have a point of research to where you get 5 free energy a day, but remember, you can only hold 20. So you want to make sure that this does not cap. But if you enjoy these 80 guys, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way they can spread more on YouTube. Then hopefully you have logged in enough times to get all of the supply run. And we're coming towards the end of Starweave Night. We only have 2 days left to complete this, so you want to make sure that you clear out the whole store. On top of that, if you have cleared out the whole store, I recommend that you try to get your daily crystal chunks. And then we got the Fall Guys event. Today, the max cap is 5,000 points, so you can go ahead and just try to do that, or you could just wait till once the max cap is 10,000 and clear out the whole store. Which brings us to the weekly tab, and we have a few more warnings for this. So of course, you want to do everything down here so that we can get everything up top. And you already know about the type 3 keys, and you want to probably save a few of those for patch 2.2, but the battle pass is resetting next week, and that should be Wednesday. So once we enter the new week, I recommend that you do not collect the rewards until the battle pass resets, so that way you can get more resources faster. Which brings us to challenges. Now if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's Kitchen so that way you can power yourself up, but starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So again, I recommend that you take a look at this weapon bonus, and if you have a good weapon bonus, you might want to do this sneak to next level, and if your CS is high enough, you're going to be able to jump up 11 levels, as long as you can beat that floor. But the biggest thing that will determine your rank is Sequential Phantasm, and I ended up doing this last night, and I think I got a pretty good score, but I still believe I can do a little better in this middle area, so I might try to do that again, especially since it's Procrastinator Day, and you know some people are going to be pushing late tonight. Frontier Clash. Now if you got a Frost team and you weren't able to get with someone to help carry you, you might want to wait till next week, but just remember, you want to do this before Tuesday before we get another attempt. Void Rift. If this is a first time boss for you, you want to go ahead and knock that out. Wormhole. We got 2 days left to complete this, so you want to go ahead and do that so that we can get that energy crystal dust. And raids. You want to make sure you do the last 2 on heroic, and you do battle test area on heroic, so that way you can get the best rewards for the week. Break from Destiny. You want to make sure you do this at least 1 time so that way you can get those seasonal dark crystals. Apex League. If you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. Then we got our daily buy, so you want to go to shop, haunt, and then buy your 2 vitality solutions. But for me, I have 102, so I'm going to pass. But if you can afford it, you want to go ahead and buy your advanced modules and your booster modules for the week. And if you want to well out, you already know what to do on appointed research. Which brings us to the Commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. So of course you want to buy your advanced modules, your booster modules, and your Vera special gift for the week. And then when it comes to your potent Omnium crystal, I recommend that you pass because we should get enough through exploration alone to reach an 8.3, maybe even 8.4 suppressor. But what you can do with your golden crystal dust is buy a good pair of boots, and if you have a good pair of boots, then you can buy hand guards, and if you have a good pair of hand guards, then you can buy whatever else you want. FaceTime store. You want to buy your booster modules, your advanced modules, and your data repeater for the week. Weapon store. If you have enough black gold, you can consider buying a weapon, or you might want to wait until some limited banner characters get added to the standard pool. Crew store. Now when it comes to your points, I recommend that you spend your points on relics, and the relics that I recommend are Space Time Rift unless you have a level 3 or Omnium Shield. Support store. You want to make sure you buy your 3 joint supply chips for the week, and if you can, try to buy your proof of purchase and Gold Nucleus using return support points. And if you need help on how to do that, I got a guide on my channel. Point store. Now the only thing I recommend you spend your points on are spare special gifts, so that way you don't have to do training, black market, or see this island ever again. But if you need to level up your matrices or weapons, you could always buy matrix data packs or weapon batteries. But besides that, I just recommend that you explore Vera. That way you have less things to do once patch 2.2 comes out. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If so, feel free to check out my Lin DPS calculation video. But other than that, talk with you guys later.